hello! Who's this?
Hi guys, Joshua Michael here.
Hello, Joshua Michael, also known as JM Truth. Paradoxically, never has a word of truth been uttered from this rapscallion cockjockey. A real-life Walter Mitty, JM claims to be a military veteran, has the cure for cancer, a Master of Science degree with the ability to overturn the entire body of work of Newton and Einstein. In reality, the closest this cloth-eared clock will come to science is by the action of the gravitational forces that the Earth provides to keep his toothpaste behind on the ground. But a man of these claimed credentials cannot go to waste, so he's been tasked to bring his genius to the forefront of scientific endeavour at SpaceX.
I want us to think from a point of reason and a point of logic, and not the modern day logic, because that's actually insanity. As you know, space and all that crap is all crazy. So if even space existed, there's no such thing as astrophysics. It's a term they conjured up to make you go, oh, astrophysics. He's a really smart, dumb guy.
Flashback.
So, you said a few weeks ago, when talking to Reds, that there was a 20-second discrepancy between Red's footage and SpaceX live stream of the same launch.
Come on, I'm not even discussing this.
Are you willing to admit that you were wrong?
No.
Why not?
Because I know what I measured after I measured it. Videos can be changed.
So can I just ask you directly, did you figure out yourself that there was a 20-second discrepancy?
I don't remember if I did or if somebody pointed it out and I measured it. I don't recall that.
Wrong. Be a big man about it. Stop being a little whiny crybaby.
Anyone who wants to see the evidence in the chat.
What I said was, I don't know if somebody pointed it out or whether I found it, but I measured it and it was 20 seconds off.
I need to do this one thing then, right? All the things that you said about Reds' footage, the 20-second discrepancy, the different places that they landed, the black paint, the sky being different colours. This was all fed to you by someone who you know is Brandon.
No, it wasn't actually. It was not fed to me by anyone, Craig.
So you know the guy is Brandon. We all know him as negative exponents. Everything that you brought up against Reds in that debate was fed to you by negative exponents. I have the audio files to prove that. I've listened to them, and he's getting them for me now. I've already listened to them. Why did you lie to me and say that you did it yourself?
Because Brandon fed them to me. But I found them a lot before Brandon ever even
Not what you said in the calls to Brandon. Not what you said in the calls.
3,000 whoop-whoos later.
It's my natural observation.
Anything falling would be falling because it weighs more than the
that's your hypothesis. That's cool. But I've got my hypothesis, and my hypothesis has been tested.
Motion acted on by an outside force.
Yeah, Jen. So, again, that would be your hypothesis.
And strikes the Earth, it will continue to fall.
Yeah. Now again, that's your hypothesis based on the observation. I've told you my hypothesis.
Is scientific fact.
No, it's not, because it's not something that you've tested following the scientific method, is it?
Actually, I have, but billions of people have tested it. Are you kidding me?
Density is one variable in the buoyancy equation. That's why when it's not in a medium, the 5 eggs will go down. However, if it's in a medium that has a higher density than the eggs, the 5 eggs will go up and the 1 egg will go down, because there is more mass for a force to act upon.
Absolutely stupid.
You don't understand it. That's the problem.
No, I know. The problem is I do understand it so much that you look like an idiot right now. Just explaining.
You're adorable.
Approximately 10 hours later.
First of all, I am not a Christian. I am, however, a man of faith and spiritual conviction. I also have spent time before the Most High. When I say that, I mean I've had a Moses moment. I'm not afraid to say that publicly, because I was called by the Most High to speak truth. First of all, Hebrew is the first language we've ever had. When was gravity created? Do you know? Because it wasn't around forever, and Einstein did not create gravity. That is actually an absolute lie taught in school. It is not true. And there's no historical basis. Actually, it is.
Neither the North Pole or the South Pole are restricted.
I have the
You can
North
go visit
Pole.
them.
I have the North. I've got the
Justin
North
Padley
Pole.
doesn't always like
Yeah, this is actually ridiculous. I actually have the document.
This is
where
real.
actually
Okay,
permit
Nathan
for
and
the
Jam
pole.
Truth, you're
It is
interrupting
this
each other.
thick. It is this thick, and you've got to go through 20 different agencies. Now, I also spent 12 years in the military and can tell you it's built that way to keep you from being able to do so. Because I had a security clearance, and that's how it works, dude. For the physics specialist here, Snake, and I've done physics. I've studied physics much more, I'm sure, than you have, based on my age. And I'm not trying to brag or say, hey, look at me. I'm just saying, based on how old you look, I've even taught physics. You can't create a vacuum without a sealed container. And that is basic elementary physics. Yet they want you to believe that there's a vacuum outside of the Earth, and the air on the Earth, which has a positive pressure of what is it, 7.14 something pounds of pressure at sea level, does not pass the what's the Kármán line due to gravity. The problem is gravity doesn't explain that. Physics is the only thing that explains, the second law of thermodynamics that is, the fact that you have to have a sealed container to hold in all pressure, positive and or negative.
Either, but I would like to get through the why you guys don't understand gravity first. But you know, pick your poison.
Okay, so see, Nathan, this is why I walked away 2 years ago, because I'm just not here to argue with people that are ignorant. Hey, Snake, just so you know who you're talking to, Nathan was almost a neurosurgeon.
Nathan, where did you do your undergraduate study before medical school? Then after, where did you do your internship and residency? JM's Truth said you were almost a neurosurgeon.
I said he had the intellect of almost a neurosurgeon, is what I said actually.
Meanwhile,
So, with James' guidance, we can be safe in the knowledge that today's launch will be one to remember. Crowds have arrived to enjoy the spectacle, including Red's rhetoric. Look, there he is. So, without further ado, let's hand over to Reds as he records this historic moment.
Lift off.
See it? Stop debating flat Earth. Flat Earth is not a debate, folks. Flat Earth is a science topic, and you don't debate science.
Like, I mean, honestly, he is the personification of the top left of the Dunning-Kruger. Like, I can't think of anyone that fits the description of being, you know, on the left side of the Dunning-Kruger scale more than this guy.
I'm gonna say he's modified Dunning-Kruger, because I'm gonna say Mount Stupid has been shifted slightly left for him.
Yeah.
So it's even closer to no knowledge before you think you're an expert and everything.